Tituan, and welcome to my Conlang showcase from my language, Nhchango. This showcase has 4 sections, starting with the short section on the location of Nhchango, the country where Nhchango is spoken, and where it is in my world. I'm calling a Bethla, based off the Nhchango word Besha. So, let's move to geography. This language is spoken by the Nhchango people living in Nhchango and other surrounding nations. Nhchango is positioned between the Sekayakwa Lakes to the northwest, the Pechis River to the north, and the nearby Setokwina mountain range and the Nohosi Bay to the south. Now let's go over the phonology and orthography of Nhchango. Nhchango phonology contains 2 clicks, 23 consonants, and 10 vowels, and 2 glides. The consonants in Nhchango are p, b, m, p, v, h, w, t, d, n, s, z, shl, h, sh, j, t, d, n, y, k, g, ng, h, g, h, h, a. As you can see, the different consonants are represented using this chart. Now you may be thinking, Giga Gamerase, why to represent the palatal glide, the palatal approximant? And to that I say, oh, and the HH thing for the pharyngeal is out of date. Hold on one sec. That's much better. Okay. H with an acute symbol is the pharyngeal fricative. Alright. Next, we have the vowels of Nhchango, which are I, E, E, A, U, O, and A. As you can see, they're represented fairly standardly, with vowels like E, and A having a dash mark above them, A being represented with A and A, and U being represented with A and U. A is represented with O with a dash above it, E is represented with A with a dash above it, and I is represented with an E with a dash, replacing the tittle, the dot on top. All vowels besides A and the consonants Sa, Za, Sha, and Ja are pharyngalized after the vowel A or the consonant Ha. The pharyngalization of these sounds only lasts inside the syllable. So for example, if you had a pharyngeal and then an A and then a J, it would be Haj instead of Haj, as the J, Sh, Sa, and Za would become pharyngalized. Now we move on to the grammar. There's a lot to do with verbs here. Look at all these fun markers we have coming down. Okay, so verbs can be conjugated in various different ways. There are ta verbs, tau verbs, and hang verbs that are conjugated in different ways, along with some but few irregular verbs, as I stopped wanting to make conjugations for them. Simple aspect is unmarked. Continuous is marked with the prefix e, which can include a k if the preceding word starts with a vowel. The perfect is marked with the uk, the k being implemented in the same circumstances, and the perfect continuous is marked somewhere in between with yuk, again the k appearing in the same circumstances. Nhchango only distinguishes between past, present, and future. Present tense is unmarked. Future tense is marked with a reduplication of the last vowel that appeared in the word, and past tense is marked with the ahe suffix, a appearing when the preceding vowel ends in a vowel instead of a consonant. Now you can see here how tense and aspect are marked. It is quite complicated. Oh, sorry, let me change that, because I updated this from being the last syllable. It was just too clunky to have the last syllable reduplicated. Alright, much better. We have it all fixed up. When are verbs conjugated? So, Nhchango verbs are conjugated under very specific circumstances. They're not too specific, but there are three different forms that a verb can be conjugated into. They're conjugated depending on whether the verb is paired with an honorific pronoun, a common or non-honorific pronoun, or the first person singular pronoun. So these verbs are conjugated in these three ways. So ta verbs, when paired with an honorific, the ta is replaced with ha. For non-honorific pronouns, the ta is replaced with na. And for the first person singular, the ta is replaced with zi, which is related to the first person pronoun itself. Heng verbs, when they're paired with honorific, it's ha instead of heng. For common, it's tui instead of heng. And it's the same for the first person. So sorry, I have first person plural instead of first person singular for all the conjugations. But as you can see, the first person singular is the same for all of the conjugations, being z with an m at the end if it ends in a vowel instead of a consonant. And finally, move on to vowel verbs. With the honorific, they are paired with ne. For the common, they're paired with mu. And for the first person singular, they're paired with zim. Okay, now Nhchango has 5 noun cases: the nominative, the accusative, the genitive, the dative, and the locative. Nominative case is marked with an un prefix. Accusative case is marked with the in prefix. Genitive case is marked with the se prefix. Dative case is marked with the uv suffix. And locative case is marked with the to suffix. Now, how these noun cases evolved is quite interesting. So, the genitive case marker se evolved from the word te, meaning of or of the, and the locative marker to evolved from the word to, meaning at, because te and to aren't as easy to say as se and to. It's just more simple. However, we don't know much more about how Nhchango, how it evolved, but modern day Nhchango linguists believe it's possible that the dative suffix evolved from an old word vin, meaning for. This is believed due to a more recent word for four being ubing, uh, discovered inscribed on a rock found in the province of Kishishok. Now, I will read my spoken example. It's just like a little poem that I wrote in Nhchango to show you a short snippet of what the language would sound like. So here it goes. The poem is called Nise Misa, meaning in the garden. And I'm going to start. Nise Misa kaktsapmwa natwi. Shuk 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 tui paikwa natwi. Kahihwa nzeekwa shojiwa ke. Zwea dzimdzihuk jebe e paikwa konev. Okay, I hope you liked that video. Thank you for watching. Thank you, viewers, or as you would say in Nhchango. Zishiyotokoe kwagaji. Subscribe for more Conlang world building content. Watch some more videos on the side. Paunsimu.